Hello from the garden. So I'm just looking here. I'm trying to debate if I'm still going to get this one or this one now. I think it could go one more day, but it definitely has the look. I'm going to probably take off this old yucky one that did not get pollinated, but these two look great. I don't think I noticed them earlier when I was checking out to see if there was any other. There's two in here that look like they need to be pollinated. So I'm just checking around and just getting rid of these ones because I know the more you harvest, the more they grow. So I'm tempted to take them, but I think I'm just going to let it grow one more day. And hopefully we've got a good harvest of zucchini ready for tomorrow. Also, I did confirm that these are the start of sweet potato slips here as well as here. And then I've got one started over here. This one's a little bit buried, which is fine. I just added some Potatoes Alive fertilizer. So I have 3 spots here that are growing slips. I've got the slips that I purchased, and then I also added 3 more sweet potatoes for a little bit of succession gardening. So I added 1, 2, and 3 here, which is great. And I already have the one that's over there. So just excited that I've got slips coming out. I saw someone who just left the sweet potato and didn't go ahead and pull it out and snip off the slips. So depending on how many I get, I may leave it and just see how it goes. This is the first time I'm doing sweet potatoes outside of the bag. I know last year I made a mistake and I grew way too many for one. So I'm trying to learn from my mistakes and kind of spread the wealth out when it comes to the slip. So I need to definitely kind of like spread out the sweet potatoes and the sweet potato slips. So I moved one over here. I do have one over here. So one a little bit closer. So I may end up going ahead and moving that more down there as the slips get established. I do think I'm just going to leave this growing the sweet potatoes. And then also, I believe we wanted to grow some okra in here, and then maybe I'm going to do this again, and then I'm not sure by that point if these onions will be ready to be harvested, but hopefully I'll have some open space here. And then of course I have my sweet potatoes. It looks a little bit different than last year, but I'm trying to work with what I have and not like try to make stuff grow like zucchini in the summertime, and then the squash vine board just takes down my whole situation. So no need to stress out about that. I do have 1 celery stalk growing over there, so that's kind of cool just to see how that goes. I think I did start some okra early there, so those are looking good. It seems to like the spot, so we've got that going over there already. And I did add some okra already here, and it looks like I also have a few here. So far so good with the early okra and the sweet potatoes that I've got planted for the slips, and then also my voluntary potatoes that are over here. So kind of just looks like a little bit of a mishmash, but I'm okay with it, and I'm excited for my late spring, I should say, harvest. And then I've got some more down here. And so anyway, this is just a little bit of a update of my kind of looks barren, but there's a lot of stuff happening below the surface, sort of jiggity jaggedy, lots of things going on. Not sure if these Brussels sprouts are going to do what I want them to do. We're just going to leave them alone, see how it goes. The leaves are being eaten up, but hopefully the Brussels sprouts are going to be okay. Not sure on that. Peppers are growing steadily over here. And then we have some yellow squash and also some kind of, it's not hybrid, but I can't remember the name of that particular squash. I want to say it was like Cozella or something. But I could be just making that up too. And there's some yellow squash over here. They're very infant size, so we're not going to stress out about that. And we're going to see what happens with those. So yeah, last year I had so many summer squash, so it was very prolific. Also, I planted some flowers over here. So although this looks random, these are actually flowers. I just threw them in here. I don't know what they are, but they're coming. I have no idea. I just threw some. I was like, well, let's just see, because I knew I wasn't going to use them for the sweet potatoes again. So I was like, let me just throw these things in here. So we have some flowers growing as well. So I can't wait to see what those look like. And then of course that'll attract the pollinators. Especially excited for that. So keep hanging out and let's see what we grow together. I hope you get to spend some time in your garden today. It's absolutely stunning today. Low humidity, a beautiful breeze, if you can tell by the way the leaves on the zucchini plants are blowing around. So have an amazing rest of your day. Take care. Bye now.